About 2 years ago, my mom surprised our family with one of the best gifts ever, a puppy. I was so incredibly excited because I'm in love with dogs and had never had one as a child. So having this sweet little faced Rottweiler join our family was just too much joy for me to handle. Upon getting our new baby, I vowed to spend as much time with him as possible, especially since for the most part I would be here at school and away from sweet Leo. Now, because Leo is so special to us, my mom tends to treat him more like a human than an actual dog. Rather than buying him simple dog toys, she literally spent over $1,000 buying him some of the best accessories, furniture, and toys that a dog could ever desire. His stuff was not just typical things, but incredibly fancy and high-tech, most of which I didn't even know how to operate. On one particular afternoon, I had to learn this the hard way. I was driving back from school and wanted to go straight home to see him. Now, at this point, Leo was about 9 months old, and though he was still technically a puppy, he was very massive and he weighed just about as much as I did. I had never been alone with him, and because my mom was at the hair salon working and my sisters were at school, it would be our first time together. When I got home, I immediately threw my things down and ran upstairs where I could hear him barking. Leo immediately began to act wild and full of excitement. My baby was so happy to see me, but unfortunately, my mom had him locked up in his fort-sized cage. Without taking a second thought, I lifted the entrance to the cage and crawled inside with him. Now, I thought about what I did, but honestly, I was just so excited to see him that I didn't even care about the fact that I was climbing into a cage with a dog. It was at that moment that he got so excited that he bumped a corner of the cage and the door slammed down and shut. After calming him down by petting him, I reached to the door in hopes of being able to lift the entry of the cage. But of course, just my luck, it was locked. I immediately started to panic, and when I reached to my pocket for my cell phone, I realized that it was on the outside of the cage, all the way downstairs in my book bag. What in the world was I going to do? I knew that my mom was at work at the hair salon, and I had no idea when my sisters would have been home. I felt so stupid. How could I have locked myself in a cage with a Rottweiler? About 45 minutes later, I heard the door downstairs unlock. I could hear my mom's voice on the phone with someone letting them know that she was home early to pick up her phone charger. Now, normally my mom works all day at the hair salon and never comes home, but thank God on this day she forgot her charger and had to come back. Though I knew I should have probably been yelling her name and been so excited to see her so that I could get out the cage, I wasn't. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that I didn't want to call her name. I really didn't even want her to see me, but I knew as soon as she came upstairs to get her charger, she was going to. And when she did finally get up the stairs to see me, she instantly started laughing. "You're so dumb," she screamed, in between the laughs and the cuss words. It was then that she snapped the picture that I would never forget, the picture of how I locked myself in a cage with my dog for about an hour.